Hi, welcome once again. This is P1 Dominion TV. My name is Wisdom, and this is the podcast on real estate dominion. We are here with Success Onyeabor, CEO, Regal Realtor NG, and she has been on the screen of one of our shows, Dominating Experience.
Right.
And we are having her today again on the podcast, Real Estate Dominion, just to share experiences in real estate. There are so many things that are happening in real estate that people are not aware of, some that are aware of. Just want to
Right.
talk about it and the rest. So, Success, you can just say hello.
Okay, I'm Rector Success Onyeabor. I'm CEO of Rega Rector.ng. But before anything, I just want to appreciate P1 Dominion. They have been doing amazing, raising the young ones, making them millionaire. I just want to say thank you for this amazing opportunity. I appreciate.
Okay, you're welcome, and we are always glad to have you. And so like I mentioned earlier, we are just going to talk about real estates and then everything, just general, everything about this, because there are a lot of things that people don't know about real estate, and there are some that people know about. So we'll just be taking a look at it, and we'll just start by talking about what people don't know about real estate. But before you answer that question, real estate is just anything that has to do with landed property. That's your land, your home, house building, industrial building, commercial setting, rentage, mortgage, land banking. Some call it arbitraging. So you understand. So that's everything that encompasses real estate. So now that you know about real estate, Success, what is that people don't know about real estate?
Okay, firstly, I would say one thing that people don't know about real estate, that real estate is one of the most rewarding investments currently all over the world, not just Nigeria. People are still looking at real estate, holding this real estate, but this time around, real estate is just like oil wells.
Oil well. So that reminds me, real estate in Nigeria now is now the third
Rewarding investment.
rewarding, not really investment, but income generation for the
Okay.
country. You
Yeah.
understand? Or should I put it like the third? Yeah, let's just leave it on revenue generating industry in Nigeria.
Wow.
And I think you were saying in the world too. So
Yeah.
definitely real estate is the real deal.
So real estate is still topping because real estate is the only investment you can go into.
Yeah.
You'll be sleeping and your money will keep coming in, appreciating without no stress. So most people don't know about it. When you talk about real estate, they look at it like real estate just to buy property. It's not just to buy property. People are cashing out in real estate, and I encourage every one of you should go into real estate. I know when we talk about real estate, the first thing that comes to people's mind is this is an investment for the rich. But that is not true. Real estate investment is an investment for every individual who wants their money to work more harder and smarter for them. Right? Yeah. You can start with balancing money you have. You understand? Start with that capital you have. You understand? Invest. And that is one big thing about my company. We make landed property affordable for everyone. Do you understand? We have property from 3.5 million, we have for 10 million, we have for 15, we have for 20, we have for 2.5. So you can start with what you have. And our company also has made it easy for people to give them like 3 months for them to finish up their payments, outright payment. So you can start with what you have, right? Like when I talk to people, most of my clients, I tell them investing in real estate is not when you have billions, millions of naira in your account. The first step in any investment, let me talk about real estate investment, is for you to think about it. Your mindset, that positive mindset. When you think about it, you need to leave your comfort zone to go and ask questions. Make a priority. Ask questions. You don't pay to do all these things. You can go to any real estate firm, go and ask them question.
Yeah.
What and what? What are the subscription all about? How does it look? Ask question. When you ask question, you start from there.
Yes.
But when you are at home with negative thoughts, people who don't know anything about real estate, who are not even happy for you,
Yeah.
will come and discourage you and forget about real estate. That is not true. So you can start with what you have. Like I always tell some of my beautiful queens, because I call every lady beautiful queen, right? If you can have an iPhone of 1.5 million naira, you can wear hair 500, 1 million, you can become the landowner.
Exactly.
Right? You can become the landowner.
Mm-hmm.
Start with what you have. Because you know, when we talk about real estate, most ladies look at it, it's made for guys. It's not for lady like us, and they feel like for the fact I'm beautiful, mine is just to sit down and wait for people to come and marry me.
That's
So those things doesn't exist. Right now, add value to your life. Start with what you have. I'm not saying that looking beautiful is not a good thing, but before then, you need to lay a foundation for yourself. If you really want to, grow your net worth, real estate is still the best channel. If you want to get a generational wealth, is real estate. Start with what you have. We have property, like I said earlier, 2.5 million, 1.5.
as low as 500.
Do you understand? 3.5 million. Start with what you have. But the best step is to think about it first.
So, and this now leads me to the next talking point. So, there's this thing about Nigerian people, understand this regional mentality.
Right.
Yeah, like, if I want to invest, I just want to invest in my hometown or somewhere close to my hometown. Why do you think it's like that?
Okay, I think because of some of the situations, things that happen, like in Lagos, issue of this demolition, people buying landed property, and later government will come there to demolish, give 1 or 2 things. But when people said, okay, I'm not gonna invest here again. It's just like saying I entered car and I had an accident, I'm not going to enter car again. It's not true. But firstly, like I tell people, when you want to invest in landed property, the first step you should take is to work with a professional realtor. That is number one. And work with a company that has the capacity, like P1 Dominion. I know what I'm telling you. Now, people have this fear because of what happened, and they feel like, okay, I'm not gonna invest in Lagos, I'm not gonna invest in Abuja, I'm not gonna invest. But that is not true. Even demolition happened in Enugu, I think that should be last year.
Yeah.
Demolition happened in Anambra. That was last year too. So the most important thing is to work with the right people who will guide you. You might not really have time to do the search, to do every verification. Work with a professional rector. And let me tell you why I say you should work with a company like P1 Dominion. These are big companies that before they acquire any landed property, they have done the search for you. They have done every necessary things you need to do. They have done that themselves. And why did I also say it is good for you to work with company like P1 Dominion? If anything should happen, you hold them responsible, and nothing will ever happen. But in case if anything happens, they have the capacity to buy other properties and allocate you within that asset, right? So what am I trying to say is this: let's remove that fear. I don't want to invest here because government will come and collect my land. It can happen anywhere, any day, anytime. But I will encourage you, when you want to invest in landed property, invest in a place you will get return on investment. Invest in a location that will give you your 100% return on investment. It's not all about where you want. You might choose to invest in your village. At the end of the day, you are not getting your return on investment. Does it make sense? So real estate investment is not all about where you want. It's all about where you make profit, where you will get your return on investment. So that is why you need to work with professional rectors, work with a company that has the capacity, so that they will also guide you in everything you want to do. You see, let me just tell you the truth. Rectors are like counselors. They might give you their opinion, does not mean you will take it, but they will help you to guide you. You can only take decision when you want to invest in landed property, when you want to build your own personal house. Okay, I want to live in my community. I want to live close to so place. I want to. It's a different thing. But when we talk about investment, where you want to do buying and selling, it's all about where that will give you more money. It can be Lagos, it can be Asaba, it can be Anambra, it can be anywhere, but you should have a purpose.
That's interesting. Now, as we were talking about, we are still on the regional mentality. I'm not thinking of tribal sentiment. You know why? Most times, when I look at the real estate space,
Right.
my main viewers, this is just a personal opinion. You understand?
Right.
It could be true, and it could be far-fetched. There's a tendency that a Yoruba person will not buy land in
Anambra,
Southeast.
yeah.
Yes, Imo, Enugu, and the rest. But most likely, an Igbo person may buy in Lagos. But I've not really seen other tribe buying. I really want us to dwell on this regional and tribal sentiment. You understand? You most likely see an Igbo person buy land in Lagos and Abuja,
Right.
than you will see a Yoruba person buying land in Imo, Enugu, and Anambra. Then also a Hausa person may likely buy in Lagos and Abuja, but will most likely not buy in those southeast. Do you think that the Igbos are more diverse in buying lands in other area, or that other tribes are not just so comfortable buying?
Okay, let me say this. Number one is that my Igbo brothers are naturally, we are into business, and we are also risk taker, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And when we talk about investment, you need to take risks for you to succeed.
Yeah.
Right? Any country, any state you go and you didn't see an Igbo man investment, leave that location. Yes.
Why did you say so?
Do you understand? So we the Igbos, and that is why when we talk about business, is more of Igbo. And that is why in as much people say this government, this and this is really affecting them. Yes, it's affecting everybody, but it's not actually affecting people because we are more of business people. We are more of business people, right? When you go to Lagos, they are more of into salary work, government work. When you go to North, they are more of into depending on salary and work. But we the Igbos, we are risk takers. No, for the fact it involves money, we will work hard. So it's nature, it's in us, it's in every Igbo individual, right? So that is why it's like that. It's not because it's no issue of tribalism. For the fact this place will fetch and go more money, he will work hard, he will take that risk to make sure he achieve his aim. And that is why we are everywhere. And we are born to be that way.
Well, okay, I think I'm agreeing with what you are saying, but then it has to do with business, because when you look at Lagos is the hub centers of business,
right,
while Abuja is the capital of the country.
Right.
I'm saying this because there's a likelihood that an Igbo man will not buy land in Zamfara.
That's
or Kano State. Do you think an Igbo man will buy land in Zamfara?
They are there. They have landed properties there. They have investments there.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why
I will actually leave the viewers to decide on that, because to me, I'm believing that they're most likely going to have land in Lagos State and Abuja because those ones are investment and hub centers than in core
No, that
locations.
is why I said when it gets to real estate, it's all about you studying the environment to know where you make more money,
Okay.
right? Where do we have population? Where is a busy place? Do we have a market here? Is it the kind of estate people can come in and go out?
Yeah.
Do you understand? What don't ban invest in it? Apart from real estate, there are so many factors you need to consider before you invest in any business you want to do. So when you look at them focusing in Lagos, there are so many reasons why our people are in Lagos. Talking about the seaport, talking about the international airport. If we're able to have those factors here, you will see them coming back home again to invest. So before an Igbo man will invest, there are so many things you need to look into, not just to invest. And that's why I said even when you go to Kano, we have landed properties there. We have big shops there. Go to Kano,
The Igbo
owned
brothers
by
are
Igbo
owned.
brothers, right? So they don't care what is happening for the fact they will get their profit there. They are ready to start their life. Don't be surprised if you should go to Sambisa Forest now. You will not find that an Igbo man, an Igbo man has a landed property there.
Okay, but I think the bottom line is for any person that is viewing this show, this podcast, is for us to have this mindset to remove every form of tribalism and regional buying.
Right.
Real estate is actually beyond, oh, I'm a Yoruba person, I'm an Hausa person, I'm an Igbo person, so I have to buy in this location, in this location. And what I've been able to pick from what success has said is that once you have a purpose for buying,
Right.
that will determine the location where you are going to buy the property.
Invest,
So
yeah.
you don't need to consider, oh, I'm an Igbo person, I'm a Yoruba person, I'm an Hausa
Right.
person, so that's the reason why I cannot buy in this particular region. So
Mm.
far you have a purpose, you understand, in that area, you can buy. And it's even beyond purpose per se, because you can just buy and keep, because you don't even know what kind of development that will meet such region.
No. Why did I say purpose?
Okay.
Something about purpose is just like, okay, before you buy landed property, you should have something in mind. Okay, I want to buy this location. I want to buy and resell in the future.
Okay.
You can also think, okay, I just want to start a service apartment immediately. Okay, I just want to build a residential where I can rent out. You should have a purpose. What is in your mind when you want to invest? That is the purpose I'm talking about.
Okay.
You might choose like you want to go. Your purpose might be I want to invest, long-time investment that will take 5 years, 6 years for the development to come there. But no matter the environment in real estate, let me be sincere to you, there are still factors you need to consider. You might choose to go to any forest to buy a plot of land, but before then you need to study the environment. What and what will bring development here? Those projects might still be on process.
Yeah.
You understand? Like you can go to some location and you not find that that person not doing anything. But within that as is there any government or private project that will be coming up yes, they might not start the project, but in future this is what government intends to do in this location. Maybe they want to build a school, they want to build hotel, they want to build hospital around there. These are things you need to ask questions to know if development will face here in a short period of time. Forget about bush. But there are some factors you need to consider. So you can just choose, okay, maybe here might develop in next 5 years. Let me just give you an example now. Like in Enugu State now, Landmarks now has reached an agreement with Enugu State government, right?
There's a Nikkei
resort. Yeah. And that kind of thing will boost tourism in Enugu State. That location might not actually be developed. But in next 2-3 years now, do you know what that location will look like?
Sorry, let me quickly let viewers know. I just realized she was talking about Nikkei. And P1 Dominion has a property, you understand, in that same environment.
Right.
That's yes, Nikkei is in Enugu now.
Yes.
Enugu, that's Enugu, the capital of Enugu itself.
Yeah.
So and we P1 Dominion, yes. it's going currently going for 2 million
Right.
promo price. The actual price is 4.5 million, and this kind of information, what it can bring to such property when you buy them. Your 2 million investment now around that niche area, once tourism becomes gold mine in that area, you never can tell what that 2 million investment on land in that area can give to you in future. Back to you.
So, like, I have been, like, I've contacted most of my clients. I told them that they need to invest in Enugu. Because now, if such projects started in Enugu now, a lot of people will be employed, a lot of people will immigrate to Enugu State. A lot of people from outside country wants to come for tourism. They want to come and rest. Then you should think, okay, what am I going to achieve in Enugu right now around that premises? Even though it's 15 minutes drive to that location, you can choose to buy property and build a service apartment. Do you know what it means? Because in that location, you might not think, let us go and see, hang around there, but maybe their rooms, their hotels are expensive. You might choose to, okay, let me have something around here. The first thing you should do is to change the Google. Do we have any service apartment around here? Right? But as we speak now, that place is not still developing, not actually, it has not developed. But you can queue in and see in the next few years and see what will happen there. You've just secured your future, that of your unborn children. You've just secured your retirement through that investment.
Exactly.
I don't know if I'm communicating. So that's why I said, before you invest in landed property, you should have a purpose. What do you want to achieve? Is it a long time goal or short time? These are things you need to look into.
Okay, so there's another mind-boggling question that I'm meaning to ask. I'm also throwing it out to you viewers as well. Will you rather buy 500,000 land in the bush or 50 million in already developed area?
Okay, personally, let me be sincere to you. I'm not a fan of expensive landed property because I do tell my clients, seriously, I'm just being open. We have every property, we have the one of 50, we have 40. But the first thing I tell my clients is this: when you want to invest in landed property, it is business. Go for cheaper land. I won't say it's cheaper, but lower budget. I don't know, some people don't like hearing 1 million. Why would you say 1 million is cheap? But go for lower budget, because when you buy a property of 50 million, it has gotten to that stage that the acquisition will be slow. There are some locations now, you buy property, they will tell you 50, 100 million. At that particular rate now, it's not stagnant. Even when it wants to appreciate, it will be slow. But when you form in real estate, like I said, in real estate, you have three stages of development. You have developed area, you have developing area, and you have underdeveloped area, right? When you want to invest, go to this or let me say developing area now. That place is just like a new site.
Exactly.
People are still building. The only thing now I tell people, before you invest there, check the plan. Is it a well-planned location? There are some locations where you come, it's still bushy, but when you look at, you see that they have different access roads.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Is it a well-planned estate? These are things you need to look into, right? Then go for cheaper landed property. The money you will use to buy a plot of land for 50 million, use that 50 million, go for property for 3.5, 5 million, 10 million. Buy them. Buy like 10, 20 plots, or if possible 30 plots in that location. Then let's do the mathematics. Even if in a year, let's just say in a year it's appreciated to 1 million each plot.
Yes.
You times it, right? You are now making your 100% return on investment.
Exactly.
Because which I know it to be more than, because I know my client that bought property for 3.5 million. That was March last year. As we speak today, that location is 20 million naira.
Wow.
But I don't want to take it far. People will not sound like, she sure of what she said. But I just said in a year, let's just say you bought property for 3.5 million, 5 million, and you are making extra 1 million each of the property, right? You times it by how much? Let me just say, like you said, 50 million naira, right? You times 1 million naira times let me just say
20
25.
plots.
Okay, let me just say 20 plots.
That's 17 million.
Do you understand?
Wow.
One plot, 1 million naira times 20. You are making extra 20 million naira. But a property you bought for 50 million naira within 1 year, you cannot make 100% of return on investment.
Wow.
Do you know why I said so? Highest you can make in that property might be 5 million naira, 6 million naira.
Yeah.
So you just need to do the math to know.
Yes.
Which one will give you return on investment? So personally, I encourage people, when you want to invest in landed property, go for lesser, cheaper property. I'm not saying cheaper than the one that will take you long time investment.
Yeah.
But cheaper, the one that will give you return on investment, depending on time.
Okay.
Time factors.
Yeah, I will also actually emphasize on what she has said. Buying low cost lands at a developing area, and also probably against buying high costs at developed area. It all depends, just like as you say, but the major factor is the rates on return on your investment. So the fact that you are buying a land at the rate of 50 million in a developed area doesn't mean that you cannot get profit, you understand, on that particular area.
Yeah.
It's just that the timing between when the one at low cost will give you and then the timing between one at the high cost will give.
No, actually, I won't say actually the timing.
Okay.
I will say which one is more profitable. Yeah.
Okay, well, but then
because the timing I just said within 1 year. You bought within 1 year.
Yeah.
The property you bought for 5 million naira in a developing area, you even make more than that. But why I want to put it this way, I don't want people to start saying like I'm overhyping. Do you understand?
Okay.
So I don't have to cut it down as low as making 1 million. Like
yeah. So it could even be more than
so when
that.
you times it times that times, let me just say 25.
Yeah.
You are making extra 25 million naira.
Yeah.
But the property you bought for 50 million naira,
Exactly.
within 1 year, you can make extra 25 million naira in one plot.
Now, there's this thing about real estate also. This kind of where we are now talking about, we were talking about things that are very key to real estate. We now want to talk about things that are challenging to real estate. And those challenges is government waking up one day and deciding that they want to do something on lands that people have bought from. That now brings me to the question: buy from company or buy from family or individual? Which one is best?
Okay, right now I will encourage my viewers to buy from company, right?
Okay.
Let me just open the secret now, right? Most of the times you don't know what company goes through to just get a landed property for you. The risk now is not on you, the risk is on the company. And you are saying something, government waking up, I think the problem we are having is not the government right now. The problem we are having right now is the community. Right now, yes, I've seen so many persons say, like, okay, I want to go and buy the property from community. I want to go and buy, I can do it proper. Do you have the capacity? Do you know the sacrifice this company are doing? Sometimes before we have one estate, we might have lost like 2 or 3 estates before we'll be able to achieve one. These are the secrets.
That one doesn't matter to the client.
And it doesn't matter to the client. What matters to the client now is my property. So that is why I tell my clients, if you want to invest in landed property, work with company that have capacity. These are the people to fight for you. I know most people will now say, does it mean that company doesn't do their search? Let me tell you, in every business, there will always be a challenge, right? Now, let me tell you now, like when you come to Asaba right now, There are some community you buy property from there, and somebody from the same family will wake up and say, I didn't agree in what we agreed before, and it become an issue. And in landed property, anytime anything have entered the court, you are not going to go close to that landed property till that issue is being sorted out, which it might take like 2-3 years. And this is why you need to work with company that have capacity. If there is any issue, there's any problem, they'll be able to buy another afforded landed property within that asset to allocate their client, because their client's happiness is what matters to them. Their client's happiness is their priority. That is why I say work with company that has a capacity like P1 Dominion. But you as an individual cannot do the fight. When you come to P1 Dominion, we've registered in EFCC in Abuja, we've registered. If there's any challenge, we can do the fight for you. So I will encourage every individual, if you want to buy property, not just to buy from company, buy from company that have capacity.
Wow,
Yes.
that's quite interesting. So, now there's now the thing of particularly our brethren in the diaspora. You
Right.
understand? Not everybody have time to begin the processing of buying land. Now, buying land is not just only investment, because most times, most terminologies that we realtors use is investment, 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 investment. Although, when you are buying to keep, is investment.
Right.
And even if you are buying to build, it's still
It's
investment.
investment,
It's just that there are different types, different aspects of investment. So now let's now take, for instance, now our brethren in diaspora now, particularly those that do not have families that will help them to process buying. You understand? It's one thing you have a brother, a sister, a mother, or one family member that can help you go to a particular land to buy. There are so many diasporas that have been away from Nigeria 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, some as long as 20 years. You understand? So they are not so familiar with the Nigerian real estate investment scheme. So at the end of the day, what they will most likely do is they just want to invest back home. Now, do you think they need to keep their money, or they can talk to people like you, PBOs, that's P1 business owners, to help them from A to Z? What do you think?
Okay, firstly, I will encourage you to invest in landed property, because when you keep your money in the bank, it doesn't appreciate.
Okay.
It will be there. Right? Now, I don't know why people are making real estate really difficult. Real estate investment is not difficult. I have so many investors who are not in Nigeria. I could have loved to give you a shout out, but I'll do that later. I have an amazing people who are in diaspora they are not even seen me in person, but they invest in landed property. Now, maybe you don't have relative or you don't trust your relative. The first step you should do is this: look for a company that has capacity. I know why I'm saying this. You can go online, read about the company. How long have they been into existing?
Yeah.
Is there any negative reports on their platform? If there is, how many? Is it like everybody is complaining? Because sometimes definitely you might see some negative reports, but like how many percent? Right? So when you check how many years have they been into existing, these are things you need to check online. When you check online, then get a professional rector. We are all in TikTok, Facebook, everywhere. Just type rector. You will see different rector this, rector that. You can type rector in Lagos now. It will bring you different rectors. Pick one of them and talk with that person. Through the person's response, you will know if the person also has capacity to deliver. Right?
Yeah.
Now, if someone should tell you that this property is 5 naira, all you have to do is to go to their website. Every real estate firm, not every, my own company, let me talk about my company. We have our website. When you go to our website, you just type property. When you go there, you type property in Asaba. When you check, you now try to compare to know if it's the same thing with what your rector is telling you. Is the price the same thing? You go to their website, you see the prices. It's not hidden. You see the account number. And if you feel like you're not comfortable, there is no how you be in abroad, you don't have relative. We are not saying you should give your relative any money. Your duty is to send your relative
to just go and
come for
observe.
physical inspection.
Yeah.
And one good thing with P1 Domino, we have our car. You don't need to stress yourself. Just come to the office, we'll take you to inspection, bring you back. So you don't need to pay money, because I know a lot of people are scared of, I don't want to give my brother money before he will squander my money, this and this. No. Even if you come to our subscription form, the first thing they will tell you, don't pay into anybody's account, not even the rector. So you have the right to go online, search about that company, check one or two things. You can start from there. If your rector is actually telling you the truth, you work with that person. Real estate is not difficult. People are making it look difficult. P1 Dominion is not the kind of company you now say add money. We don't do add money. The price you see in our Instagram, in our website, our Facebook is the same price you will see. And when the price change, we will still send message in all our social media platform for you to know. So if you're in diaspora, please don't be scared to invest in landed property. The only thing you need is just to ask questions, get a rector, send your relative for physical inspection, and that is all.
That's massive. Okay, so we'll soon be rounding up with the podcast. It has been an interesting journey so far.
Right.
If you have stayed up till this stage with us, we want to thank you especially, because as much as we are dishing out things about real estate, we are also hopeful that you are gaining something, and then you are understanding the real estate space more, particularly in the Nigerian sector, in the Nigerian sphere. Because most people, when it comes to real estate, they usually have this stereotypic mindset. Oh, it's for this section of people. You know, you mentioned earlier that some will say that it's for rich people. Some will say that it's for those that want to invest. Some will say that it's for those that are in abroad that want to come back home and build. Some will say that it's for those that are ready to build. But then, do you think that it is only for the rich, or those that want to build, or those that are in diaspora? Because P1, for instance, now have different payment plan, and that's what most people are not aware, and that's what is scaring most people, because nearly they see the flyer, they see the advert, it's 1 million naira, is 20 million naira, will be discouraged. But they are not aware that they are instrumental or
payment,
some
that
kind
there
of
are
payment
different
plan.
prices.
Yes, and different
Okay, like
prices.
one thing I want to tell people is this: real estate, like I said earlier, is for everyone.
Okay.
Even when you are rich, you can still sustain that your richness through real estate.
Yes, yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Why do we have real estate? Sometimes every individual who understands what business is all about, you will have your plan B in case of any emergency.
Exactly.
Let me say you're into business, you're into importing of goods, and you're doing amazing. Having an asset is not wrong. You might have an emergency, God forbid you have issue with your goods, maybe your container has problem. But when you come back home and you look at the assets you have, you can start from those your landed properties you have. That is why I said it's for everybody. Even when you are rich, real estate is for you. And even when you are not rich, real estate is for you. A lot of people are always like, how do I start? I don't have money. You can start with what you have. If you don't have money, you can also go into real estate. Start telling people about real estate. I have some individuals who their relatives are rich. Sometimes they come to me, just says, okay, now I have my brother, he wants to buy property. Come, we'll give you your percentage. You can start from that percentage and also reinvest.
Your own. Exactly.
So that's why I say it's not for the rich and it's not for the poor. It's for everyone.
Yeah.
Now, in olden days, how do we know someone who is rich? It's not all about the amount of money you have in your account, but amount of property you have.
Investment.
Which some of our generation now inherit they started their life with their parents' landed property. Like my dad now, my granddad left some property. I remember some years ago, they shared the property between themselves. Some sold their own and they started business with it.
Exactly.
So that's why I said when it gets to real estate, you can never go wrong. You can never go wrong if you're working with the right channel. You can never go wrong. When it gets to real estate, the first mindset, the first step is to think about the positive mindset. When you think about it, whether you have money or not, you can refer someone and make your money and start. Like personally, me, I don't have money in my account, but I can tell you that I'm a proud owner of 7 plots of land in Asaba Nobere.
Really?
And my cheapest landed property is 1.5 as a lady.
Wow.
How did I achieve?
That's the money that some people are keeping on their head.
Do you understand? So how did I achieve all those things? I market P1 properties. I make my commission and reinvest. The property I have at Richted, I bought it for 3.5. But as we speak today, it's 15 million naira within 1 year.
Wow.
So I know the secret of real estate. I don't need to be rich before I start investing. I don't want to mention the rest of them. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So what am I trying to say is this: let's move the mindset that real estate is for the rich.
Or for some part of people.
No. And for my beautiful lady that always say real estate is for Dogu, it can also be for you. If you are using iPhone, you're using expensive hair, you can become a landowner. So that's it.
I want to ask you this personal. It's a very personal question.
For real?
Yeah, it's a very personal question. So,
okay.
But at the end of the day, you are free to evade it if you want to. If you think you can share it with everyone, you can share it.
Okay.
One moment in your real estate journey has brought tears to your eyes.
What moment?
You know, bringing tears. There's tears of joy.
Mm-hmm.
There's tears of the other way around.
Yeah. Okay, let me talk about the tears of joy first. I think my first tears of joy. Okay, let me talk about the negative part. In my journey, the first thing that brought tears was when somebody says, as a lady, you can't sell a landed property for me. That is against our culture. And looking at yourself as a lady working hard and somebody saying I can't buy property from a lady, it makes you feel like less of yourself. And I remember somebody where I worked before, when somebody looked into my eye, my boss looked into my eye and say, you don't have capacity to work with me. But when I look at myself today and look at what somebody told me I don't have capacity, I shed tears. Right? Then talking about the positive aspect of it was the first time I acquired a landed property. I never thought of someone like me, a girl like, remember during my school days, I know what I passed through, that people look at me, they said, if you're looking for sense, look for a handbag, because I only have one handbag. If you see a handbag, that means she's in school. Imagine that situation, that from year 1 to final year, you are using one handbag. So somebody was like, if you're looking for sense, you just look for a handbag. If a handbag is not in the car, so waking up, touching my first million through real estate and having a landed property brought tears. That even sometimes it looks like it's not real. So sometimes you face rejection from your client telling you, as a lady, how can I buy property from you? But they don't know that we can also deliver more than
the male counterpart.
Do you understand? So sometimes they make you feel less of yourself, rejection and everything, but overcome that stage. So that's it.
Oh, so it's been an interesting session.
Right.
This is the Real Estate Real Talk episode on the Real Estate Dominion podcast, and we are live on P1 Dominion TV. We are closing the curtain on this episode, and I really want to thank you, Success, for being on the show. And to our viewers, you must have learned one or two things from this show, and we don't want it to be the last time you tune into this podcast. This podcast will be airing again next time with probably success again on the show or another co-host. I still remain yours, Wisdom and Success.
I'm Rector Success, CEO of regarector.com. So
Alright.
guys, keep following my page, Rector Success, on Facebook, Instagram, and I will encourage every one of us. Let's keep investing in landed properties. Don't stop investing. People are cashing out in real estate. Real estate, na im be the dictator. So keep investing, and if you're looking for someone to guide you, I'm here to help you.
All right. See you again next time. P1 Dominion TV, always exceeding expectations.